There are times in history when heaven itself pauses. Moments when eternity leans closer to earth, searching for a vessel. Someone steady enough to handle divine weight. Someone whose spirit doesn't collapse under heaven's responsibility. Chosen one. That's you? You were not called to just believe. You were appointed to stabilize something far bigger. Something that holds the very balance of kingdom outcomes. You weren't placed here to react to chaos. You were placed here to govern it. The Father looked across generations and said, "Find me one who can remain unmoved when everything else shakes." And heaven found you. You are heaven's equilibrium on earth. A 1 in a trillion spiritual regulator designed to keep the kingdom steady. When others lose faith, when hope collapses, when truth feels buried, you carry something few even understand. Spiritual stability under divine pressure. Most people pray to be used. But you were chosen to uphold. To carry the weight when systems falter. To sustain heaven's order when earth trembles. To be the stabilizer when divine plans approach fulfillment. Your existence is not random. It's structural. You are part of the invisible architecture of heaven's design. Without your obedience, certain kingdom outcomes would fall apart. And that's why, chosen one, you've walked through seasons that nearly broke your spine. Because God wasn't trying to destroy you. He was fortifying your frame. He was teaching your spirit to carry divine pressure. Without cracking. You've faced storms others couldn't survive. Not because you deserved pain, but because you were being prepared to hold the line. When the shaking begins, the stabilizers are revealed. And in this end-time age, heaven is revealing its stabilizers. Those who can anchor outcomes, shift atmospheres, and maintain alignment between heaven and earth. That's you, chosen one. You are heaven's balance beam. You are the still hand on God's scale of destiny. God doesn't choose stabilizers randomly. He chooses through refinement, through testing, through endurance. You were trained in seasons where nothing made sense. When you prayed and silence answered. When you gave and received no return. When you loved and were met with betrayal. Those weren't punishments. They were calibration moments. He was setting the tone of your spirit. Teaching you how to remain constant in variable seasons. While others were chasing titles. You were being hidden. Because your role was too sacred to be public before it was proven in private. God doesn't build stabilizers in comfort. He builds them in tension. He lets you feel the instability of life. So that you'd understand how to carry peace that doesn't depend on circumstance. Every breakdown was a classroom. Every delay was a test of your balance. Every spiritual drought was training your soul to become an internal generator of faith. When the world's emotions fluctuate, you remain anchored. When confusion floods others, you discern clearly. When panic spreads, you operate from rest. That's not arrogance. That's divine conditioning. God selected you because you don't crumble under silence. You don't fall apart when results don't match prayers. You've learned to stay faithful instead of frantic. He saw something in you. A rare interior stillness that could survive divine responsibility. The Spirit whispered, "This one won't lose composure under pressure." And that's why you were marked. You weren't chosen just for what you do. You were chosen for what you can hold. You are heaven's thermostat. Your spirit doesn't merely adjust to the atmosphere. It regulates it. When others lose sight of purpose, you quietly bring the kingdom back to center. You stabilize outcomes through faith, through obedience, through endurance, through unseen prayer that realigns destiny paths. For people who don't even know your name, you are the invisible foundation under many lives. You've carried the unseen weight of other people's breakthroughs. And God saw it all. There are moments, chosen one, when your life begins to reveal patterns that others overlook. Signs that heaven planted in your journey to show you who you really are. They don't come as loud announcements or angelic trumpet calls. They come as quiet threads of consistency. As moments that repeat until you finally understand the message behind them. If you've ever wondered, Why does life feel different for me? Or, why do I feel such deep responsibility in moments others treat casually? Then it's because you are not living a normal spiritual design. You are part of heaven's stabilizing force. A 1 in a trillion system God built to sustain divine balance when others lose theirs. And these are the signs that prove it. You've probably noticed something. No matter where you go, chaos finds you. You don't invite it, you don't seek it, but it shows up. It might be through family conflicts, unstable relationships, divided groups, or spiritual turbulence. You step into a room, and suddenly everything hidden begins to surface. Tension rises, truths come out, masks fall off. And it feels like the atmosphere gets heavier around you. But here's the truth. You are not the cause of the chaos. You are the catalyst for order. Your presence exposes imbalance. Your spirit naturally calls things into divine alignment. So when instability encounters you, it reacts. It's not attacking you. It's being forced into clarity by your anointing. You were sent to calm storms others pretend aren't there. When others panic, your peace holds power. When others lose control, your stillness restores divine rhythm. That's not just personality, it's purpose. That's what it means to be a kingdom stabilizer. There are days you wake up with a heavy heart and can't explain why. There are nights when tears fall for no visible reason. You feel sorrow, tension, or urgency that doesn't belong to your current situation. That's because your spirit is in sync with heaven's operations. When heaven weeps, you feel it. When divine justice moves, your atmosphere changes. You are not just aware, you are connected to the rhythm of divine shifts. Stabilizers sense what is coming before it manifests. When spiritual imbalance begins to build in a region, in a person, or in a situation, you feel it as inner pressure or divine weight. You might call it intuition, but it's deeper than that. It's intercessory synchronization. God allows you to carry His awareness, so you can pray, stand, and balance what's about to unfold. That's why you can't ignore what others easily dismiss. Your discernment isn't paranoia, it's prophetic sensitivity. And that gift exists to protect kingdom outcomes before the world even knows they're at risk. Notice how people tend to approach you when they're unsettled. Not because you have all the solutions, but because your spirit feels like home. They might not even know what to ask you, but they know they feel calm around you. That's not emotional coincidence. That's spiritual transfer. The atmosphere around you carries equilibrium. Your voice, your silence, your posture, it brings order to confusion. Even when you don't say much, peace radiates from you. That's because you're not just carrying faith, you're emitting heaven's frequency. When people enter your space, they subconsciously experience the stability of the kingdom. Sometimes this can feel draining, because people come to you in crisis again and again. But understand, this is confirmation of your role. You are not a therapist of emotions, you are a transmitter of divine calm. Your peace is not passive, it's powerful. It disarms chaos. It dissolves fear. It neutralizes the spirit of confusion. That's not something you try to do. It's who you are. There's a reason you've survived storms that would have ended other people's faith. You've been through betrayal, rejection, isolation, financial drought, spiritual warfare. Yet here you are, still steady, still believing, still standing. That's not normal endurance. That's divine fortification. God built your soul like a fortress. He let the winds test your walls so that your structure would be proven for divine duty. He allowed you to experience shaking, not to destroy you, but to teach you how to remain still while everything else trembles. Every heartbreak you survived became a foundation stone. Every unanswered prayer that didn't move you added another pillar to your faith. You are not fragile, you are forged. And heaven knows that when things collapse, you will remain upright. That's why God trusts you with weight. He knows that your peace will not fracture under pressure. You are not easily swayed by trends, opinions, or temporary emotions. You carry ancient endurance. The same kind that kept prophets faithful in silence and disciples steady under persecution. You, chosen one, are a living anchor. And the more you withstand, the more authority your stillness gains. This is one of the rarest signs of all. You've learned not to chase manifestations, not to demand instant miracles, not to panic when promises take time. You understand that the kingdom runs on divine sequence, not emotion. So you wait, not lazily, but reverently. You hold space for God's will to unfold at the right pace. You are heaven's timekeeper. You carry an inner awareness of rhythm. When to move, when to pause, when to speak, when to stay silent. When others are anxious, you sense divine timing and say, "No, not yet. The Spirit isn't done preparing the ground." This patience is not weakness, it's authority over time. Your ability to remain calm under delay protects heaven's plans from being rushed or corrupted. When you wait, outcomes stabilize. When you pause, systems realign. Your patience keeps prophecy intact. That's why God often hides you during major transitions. You're not being ignored, you're being positioned to protect divine timing. You're heaven's guardian of process. Some people misunderstand your peace. They think you're disconnected, unbothered, or emotionless. But they don't realize that you've learned to live from your spirit, not your nerves. You've been trained by silence. So you no longer overreact to noise. You don't let panic infect your purpose. You can look at chaos and still say, "God is in control." That composure unsettles people who live in reaction. They expect you to match their anxiety. But you operate from kingdom frequency. And that frequency is stillness. You carry the peace of Christ. The same peace that slept in the boat while storms raged outside. When others shout, you listen. When others tremble, you observe. When others move impulsively, you move prophetically. That's not disinterest. That's divine restraint. Your calmness is not the absence of feeling, it's the presence of understanding. You've seen too much of God's faithfulness to be easily shaken now. When you pray, things move. When you walk into a room, tension breaks. When you worship, peace floods the space. People may not understand it, but heaven recognizes it immediately. Your spirit carries measurable gravity in the unseen realm. That's why demonic interference often tries to drain you. Because your very existence regulates spiritual balance. You don't have to shout to cast out darkness. Your presence itself disturbs it. You are not light among darkness. You are light that rearranges darkness. You carry the authority of stillness, the dominion of peace, the frequency of stability. When you pray for nations, heaven listens. When you intercede for people, alignments occur. When you speak, your words release equilibrium into the atmosphere. You might not feel spectacular, but in the spirit realm, you are a stabilizing axis, a living point of divine gravity holding chaos at bay. You swing between deep stillness and sudden warfare. One week, you feel indescribable peace. The next, you feel everything around you shaking. That's because stabilizers live on the edge of thresholds. You feel both sides of what heaven is balancing. When breakthrough approaches, you feel resistance rise. When order is restored, you feel the air lighten. Your emotions are not random. They are instruments of discernment. The duality is proof that you're positioned between heaven's decree and earth's condition. You are a living bridge that absorbs instability so heaven can release peace. Most people live inside their own story. You live between realms, balancing what's above and what's below. That tension is holy. That sensitivity is sacred. It's what makes you effective. You've probably felt overlooked. Your efforts go unnoticed. Your prayers seem unthanked. You do the hidden work that others don't even know exists. But remember, gravity isn't seen either, yet without it, the world would fall apart. That's your reality, chosen one. You were never designed for spotlight. You were designed for foundation. Your influence is structural, not visible. When you pray in secret, heaven hears and surrounds sound. When you intercede quietly, entire systems stabilize. When you forgive silently, you prevent generational curses from continuing. You're not missing recognition, you're fulfilling purpose. God hides stabilizers because He protects the pillars that hold His house. This is the final and most advanced sign. You've come to understand that peace isn't passive, it's warfare. Every time you choose peace in conflict, you win a battle unseen. Every time you respond with stillness instead of reaction, you dismantle demonic momentum. You've learned that peace is not the absence of battle. It's the presence of mastery. The devil can't function where peace reigns, because peace signals divine government. You use peace like a sword. When you walk into chaos, you carry authority. When you sit silently, you release regulation. When you rest, you remind hell that you fear nothing. And that is the mark of one who was truly chosen to stabilize kingdom outcomes. Your warfare is not loud, it's effective. Your silence is not weakness, it's strategy. Your peace is not stillness, it's dominion. So if your life reflects these signs, understand this: you are not broken, strange, or misplaced. You are architecturally designed by heaven to handle the weight of divine balance. You are not the noise of revival, you are its foundation. You are not the voice in the crowd, you are the one who keeps heaven's rhythm steady. And when God said, 1 in a trillion, he wasn't exaggerating. He was describing the rarity of souls who can carry peace through warfare and still keep heaven's will aligned on earth. That's who you are. That's what you've always been. A stabilizer, a regulator, a spiritual engineer in a world addicted to noise. And heaven counts on you more than you know. Chosen one, this role isn't glamorous. It's lonely. It's misunderstood. It's heavy. You were chosen to carry others in balance and bring it back to peace. You often intercede for people you don't even know. You absorb chaos, transmute it through prayer, and release calm into situations. That's spiritual labor. It's not seen by the world, but heaven documents it. There are nights you feel drained for no reason, because your spirit was at work while you slept, anchoring destinies through silent warfare. There are days you feel exhausted, not from your own battles, but from standing in the gap for others whose faith was collapsing. You stabilize their spiritual outcomes without their awareness. And the Father whispers, "Well done, faithful stabilizer. You've held what others dropped." That's why rest is sacred for you. Your rest isn't laziness, it's recovery from intercession. Every stabilizer needs sacred stillness. Even Jesus withdrew often, not because he was tired, but because he was balancing spiritual systems. You are built in his image, so you must learn his rhythm. Pour, then pause, carry, then commune, stabilize, then rest. When you honor that rhythm, your strength multiplies, because stabilizers are sustained by stillness with God, not applause from people. To fulfill your kingdom assignment effectively, you must operate from wisdom and not fatigue. Here's how to function as heaven's stabilizer. Guard your inner atmosphere. You cannot stabilize others if your spirit is turbulent. Daily stillness with God is your maintenance. Keep your peace sacred. Don't let noise, comparison, or fear corrupt your frequency. Your stillness is your superpower. Speak slowly, but with spiritual authority. You're not designed for noise, you're designed for weight. Your words shift balances, so they must be precise. When you speak peace, it doesn't just comfort, it transfers order. Stay aligned with divine timing. You'll feel pressure to rush results. But you must remember, stabilizers maintain alignment, not speed. When you wait, heaven aligns outcomes that impatience would destroy. Your stillness protects promises. Learn when to release and when to rest. Not every chaos is yours to calm. Sometimes God lets things shake to expose foundations. Discern when your presence is required and when silence is obedience. Stay hidden when heaven hides you. You were chosen to stabilize, not to be seen. You are like gravity, felt, but rarely recognized. Your reward isn't in human attention, it's in divine record. Heaven celebrates what earth ignores. Remember who you are when you feel unseen. You are a kingdom engineer. Your design is precise. Without you, balance collapses. So when you feel invisible, understand. Invisibility is the price of influence in the spirit realm. Chosen one. There's a sacred reason you survived everything that tried to break you. You weren't meant to merely overcome. You were meant to outlast instability. Every storm you've survived has refined your stillness. Every loss you endured carved out more depth in your spirit. You became a vessel that doesn't leak under divine pressure. You are one in a trillion. Not because you are better, but because you were built differently. Heaven hand-assembled your endurance. Your patience, your silence, your prayers, your peace. They are all divine mechanisms that hold the kingdom together in dark hours. When the kingdom advances, it does so because of people like you. The silent stabilizers who keep faith steady. The intercessors who maintain alignment when others drift. The peacemakers who carry heaven's temperature into earth's chaos. You were chosen not to shake the world, but to keep it from falling apart. And soon, the Father will reward you openly for the silent weight you've carried privately. The heavens will reveal what your hidden obedience sustained. Your story will be proof. That stillness is strength. That faithfulness is power. That the ones who stayed grounded were actually the ones who kept heaven's plans from collapsing. So hold your peace, chosen one. You are stabilizing destinies right now. You are heaven's 1 in a trillion anchor. And the kingdom stands because you didn't fall. Like this video. And you can support the channel through the link in the channel's bio. Even your $1 is very precious for me and this channel. Your kindness helps us continue spreading light and love. God bless you.